there are those in the immigrants' rights community who have argued passionately that we should simply provide those who are illegally with legal status, or at least ignore the laws on the books and put an end to deportation until we have better laws. And often this argument is framed in moral terms. Why should we punish people who are just trying to earn a living? I recognize the sense of compassion that drives this argument. But I believe such an indiscriminate approach would be both unwise and unfair. It would suggest to those thinking about coming here illegally that there will be no repercussions for such a decision. And this could lead to a surge in more illegal immigration. And it would also ignore the millions of people around the world who are waiting in line to come here legally. Ultimately, our nation, like all nations, has the right and obligation to control its borders and set laws for residency and citizenship. And no matter how decent they are, no matter their reasons, the 11 million who broke these laws should be held accountable.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
But wait, there's more.
As we're seeing these thousands of children come across, shunted off into makeshift shelters.
It's horrible.
Hard choice. Let them stay in the United States or send them back.
Well, 2 quick points. One, the numbers are increasing dramatically. And the main reason I believe why that's happening is that the violence in certain of those Central American countries is increasing dramatically. And there is not sufficient law enforcement or will on the part of the governments of those countries to try to deal with this exponential increase in violence, drug trafficking, the drug cartels. And many children are fleeing from that violence.
Should they be able to stay here? It's safer.
It may be safer, but that's not the answer. I do not.
Should they be sent back?
Well, first of all, we have to provide the best emergency care we can provide. We have children 5 and 6 years old who have come up from Central America. We need to do more to provide border security in southern Mexico.
They should be sent back now.
Well, they should be sent back as soon as it can be determined who responsible adults and their families are, because there are concerns about whether all of them can be sent back. But I think all of them who can be should be reunited with their families. And just as Vice President Biden is arguing today in Central America, we've got to do more. I started this when I was secretary, to deal with the violence in this region, to deal with border security. But we have to send a clear message. Just because your child gets across the border, that doesn't mean the child gets to stay. So we don't want to send a message that is contrary to our laws or will encourage more children to make that dangerous journey.
I don't like where this is going.
Last week, an undocumented immigrant who had been deported 5 times killed a 32-year-old woman, Kate Steinle, in San Francisco, a sanctuary city where local law enforcement does not enforce federal immigration laws. When you last ran for president, you supported sanctuary cities. In light of this terrible incident, does that change anything about your view on this?
Well, what should be done is any city should listen to the Department of Homeland Security, which, as I understand it, urged them to deport this man again after he got out of prison another time. You know, here's a case where we've deported. He ends back up in our country, and I think the city made a mistake. The city made a mistake not to deport someone that the federal government strongly felt should be deported. So I have absolutely no support for a city that ignores the strong evidence that should be acted on.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Really? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Sick. These are sick people.
Where does POTUS get authority to suspend deportations of illegal aliens without going through Congress?
He does not have the authority to do that. And as Cecilia said, what I get all the time and what she gets and you probably get is, well, look, why don't, since the system is broken, the Congress won't fix this, why don't you just suspend everything? Mm-hmm. The president does not have the authority to do that. In the first 100 days of my administration, no one will be deported at all. From that point on, the only deportations that will take place are commissions of felonies in the United States of America.
So to be clear, only felons get deported and everyone else gets to stay?
Yes. What in the hell is he talking about?
You can't be a Christian and support ICE. Hold that thought. Then you can't be a Christian and support pro-choice because God knits life in the womb, Psalm 139:13. Let's be consistent, shall we? You can't be a Christian and support gender ideology because God created male and female, Genesis 1:27. You can't be a Christian and support same-sex marriage because God created marriage between a male and a female, Matthew 19 verse 4, 5, and 6. You can't be a Christian and hate Donald Trump at the same time, Matthew 5 verse 44. Love thy enemy and pray for those who persecute you. You cannot be a Christian and support lying, theft, fraud, exploitation, corruption, vandalism, because God is a God of justice, Micah 6:8. And the list can go on, but what we've got to stop doing is pretending that this is about being a Christian and not being a Christian, because you cannot selectively choose which box Christians should fit in while you continually violate every other box. The gospel isn't progressive, the gospel isn't conservative, the gospel is corrective. And following Christ has never meant endorsing whatever feels good to you, but it means submitting to what is true, because you cannot continue to vouch for a world without borders while heaven has them. Did you forget?
Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, ring that notification bell so you know every time I post a new video. Also, please share this video so the truth can reach more people and open more eyes to what's really going on. Ultimately, that'll help free people from the chin boogieing and the lies that they've been conditioned to believe, that they've been digesting and been fed over and over again that we know isn't the truth. And if you like what I'm doing over here, you want to show a little extra love and support, be sure to check out our website, crownandthread.com. That's where you can grab all the awesome clothes you see me wearing in all of my videos, like this one that says Spiritual Warrior. That means getting up each day, putting on the whole armor of God with the sword of the Spirit, using us to lead more folks to Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. All these are made by my beautiful wife. We got tons of different designs to choose from, Christian, conservative, bunch of different sizes and colors. It's all gooder than chicken and better than butter to me. Of course, I'm biased though, but I'm sure we've got something that you look great rocking or that'll make an awesome gift for someone you love. We also sell some pretty sweet woodworking pieces that are handcrafted by my father-in-law. He makes crosses, hearts, charcuterie boards. You can see a few here on the wall right here. He's been a carpenter all his life, does tremendous work. Nobody does it like him, I'm telling you. So check those out as well. If you'd like to support in other ways, you can buy me a coffee, join our Patreon, hit the little thanks button. All those links are down below, as I'm sure you're aware. But listen, by no means do you have to do any of that stuff. Seriously, just showing up and watching my freckle face for a few minutes, that means the world to me. And I love y'all. And I can't thank you enough for the phenomenal support that you've shown me throughout the years. Seriously. But until next time, I'll be praying for you. Godspeed. I'm gone.